G'day. Welcome back to the 100,000 to $1 million challenge. In today's video, I'll start with an overall look at the market. We'll then talk about some of the altcoins that I've recently purchased, and we'll finish it off by looking at the portfolio today and how it's traveled so far. If you're able to find some value, please help by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. There's also a Discord link in the description below where I post all of my trades as they happen. To begin with, the overall market outlook. In the previous video, we were looking at Bitcoin, and this was about a week ago. We'd just broken out through this key resistance at 20,000, and I said at that point I was really hoping we could get a bit of a bear flag. We did get a bear flag. I was hoping for a longer bear flag, to be perfectly frank. We only got 5 days here of sideways consolidation, and then boom, see you later. Really, I was saying that I wanted this consolidation so that hopefully it'd give a chance to sneak in. It'll be a small window of opportunity to get into some good altcoin names. But at this stage, it's really just taking off. Now, I've seen some big accounts on Twitter trying to short this, and I can tell you what, in my time in crypto, I've definitely learnt two things. One is that you always get out of the way of a moving train. When you've got Bitcoin having this type of a move, this is not something to get in front of. The other thing that I've definitely learnt over the years is it's really important for me to block out the noise. There's going to be people with all types of opinions. This is the top, we're overbought, it's a local top, short. I've learnt that the key is trade your own plan, and my plan says it. I need to accumulate at this stage. I need to accumulate in January. I need to accumulate, and so I'm sticking to my plan. Obviously, this is a big move, but in my opinion, it's nothing new for Bitcoin. Like I said in the last video, I'd be surprised, very surprised, if by the middle of the year we didn't exceed 28,000, somewhere between here and there. This is a really aggressive move. It is a lot earlier than I was expecting, and because of that, I'm continually changing the way I'm approaching the market. Take a look at ETH quickly. My red prediction channels are doing pretty well at this point in time. Obviously, it's just had big move after big move. I have been moving my orders up, but it's just not retracing. Now, because of that, I've changed my perspective a little bit on this Shanghai upgrade. Now, I still maintain my central case is that the market does not want to give unstakers a good price. They're going to find a way, the market will find a way to punish stakers somehow, or force them to continue staking and not sell. So based on that, I have to see this Shanghai upgrade as buy the rumor, sell the news. It doesn't affect my overall plan. My overall plan is still to try and keep it simple, which is buy in January, sell in June, buy again at the end of the year. But I'm expecting a bit of a wrinkle here with the Shanghai upgrade. And so, for a bit of a clue, let's say if we go back to the ETH merge here, 15th of September, we can see the market topped before that, about 1 month before the actual merge date. So, obviously, it's not going to be exactly the same, but it's a good guide that when they do finally give this date in March, that we could think that, okay, approximately 1 month before, something like that, is probably when the market is going to find a local top. It's when I'd expect a decent retracement in the market, and that would be the time for me to step in and really accumulate with the remaining stables that I have. Nothing's guaranteed, of course, but I do have to form some kind of basis for price action to match the current narrative, and that's kind of how I'm thinking at the moment. Now, something else I said in my last video was that I was trying to allocate between 5 to 15% of the portfolio into launch pads. One thing I had my eye on was a BSC pad. I even took a look at the diamond tier, which is 75,000 BSC pad, and I thought, it's just got to wait a little bit and see what's happening here. As crypto likes to do, it likes to punish you for waiting sometimes, especially in this type of market. So what happened is Bluezilla went out, put out this tweet. We've got a big announcement coming soon. I kind of theorized, well, knowing Bluezilla, they're smart people, they're going to launch some kind of AI project. 2 days later, AI pad, which is So Bluezilla not launching actual apps, actual products, always just continually launching more launchpads and more launchpads and more launchpads. Now, if we go look at the BSC pad price, here I was looking at the BSC pad price. I probably looked away for maybe 4 days. By the time I came back, it was off. All the insiders had got in. If we look at the 15th, this is the announcement. So you can see in the days leading up to that announcement, all the insiders got in. Then by the time the 17th came around, yeah, this thing is just gone. And this is not something that I can buy. It's no longer something I'm interested in buying. And that's how it goes sometimes. Certainly, if I had the initial inkling here to step in, it would have been a good move. But there's no price structure here. There's nothing that I feel comfortable stepping in and buying at these levels. If you're an insider with info, I mean, of course, it's a completely different story. But that's not me. Just to give an idea of where the market is, on this day here, the 19th, at the end of the day, I put an order in at 364. This is for Bond, which is Barnbridge, a DeFi protocol, and I thought, that's a pretty good price. I like this chart. I know the product. They always do what they say they're gonna do. Nope. See you later. And that's what we're seeing with a lot of the market right now. And of course, I'm disciplined. I'm not chasing, and certainly I'm not interested in buying it here. The move's already happened. It could continue further for sure. But it's just the reason why I'm in something like trying to get a feel in something like Barnbridge is because ETH's taken off, Litecoin's taken off. I have to accept to some degree. I'm not going to get the allocation in those that I wanted, so I'm going to shift my focus now further down into things like Barnbridge, for example. This one's gone. There's others that I'm trying to get a piece of. Something that I was able to buy was Lossless. If you don't know about Lossless, I think it's an amazing project. It's pretty much a microcap. They do on-chain security. They've recovered a lot of stolen funds. They've solved a lot of white hats. Super undervalued in my opinion. We got the big move here, and I rebought at the 618 fib retracement at 15 cents. And I'm pretty happy with this. I picked up $2,000 worth of this. Really happy with the market structure, and I'm going to hold this one until the middle of the year. That's the plan. Something else that I really wanted to pick up was Metis. This one just really took off. My original fibs here, I got in just below the 236 because I just really wanted it. Market was taking off, and it's a good project in my opinion. So I did step in and buy some at 21.04. With it making a new high, local high here, I do have now an order working at just over $20, $20.25. I've also got another more ambitious order here at the 618 at 1865. But at this point in time, I bought $1,500 worth of Metis. So if I can't get any more fills, at least I've got something packed in my bags. Now, the interesting thing about both Lossless and Metis is that I was in the IDO for both of these, and the IDO was on paid network. So once this Bluezilla announcement came out, I kind of thought to myself, I want to get 5 to 15% into launchpads. I'm just going to go buy some paid. Now this is a brutal chart, okay? Brutal chart. They haven't made an announcement for a long time, but I just stepped in. I believe you can check out the spread, the trade spreadsheet, but I'm pretty sure I got in at 0.0165 and another one at just over 0.17. I do have a couple more orders working. At this point in time, I've picked up 300,000 tokens. Cost me 2,500, and I do have a couple more orders trying to accumulate some more. Now, what happened is after I bought, it just so happened that they then made this announcement on Twitter that they're going to have an AMA on the 31st of January. And so I was really glad that I got in when I did. Now price has retraced, but knowing paid network, they'll come up with something, because it's been a while between announcements. Launchpads are starting to launch again, so I've got my bags packed for paid network. Make what you will of paid network. They're not perfect, that's for sure, and a lot of their projects are not going to do well, but things such as Lossless, certainly something like Metis, did really well. So I'm keen to get on the horse again. A0, I was high on my want list. I had a couple of orders working once we broke out here. Had my orders working at 93 cents and 87 cents. Really happy to get filled with this tail down here. And so I've got $3,000 worth of A0 on the books. Happy about that. Cardena, something else that I really wanted once we got the big move. During my fibs, I tried to get filled just under $1, 99.5 cents, and I did. I think I picked up $1,000 worth of this. Wouldn't have minded some more, but that's how it goes. Render, got the big move, drew my fibs. I had an order, 53 cents, just over the 50%. I've got another couple of orders here at 47 and 41. I got filled at 53. I think I got $500 worth there, since it's really moved on. Now, for now, I am keeping my orders here. I'm not looking to accumulate anymore, simply because you can see previously with Render had a big move. I gave it all back in 3 days, right back to support down here. So, optimistically these could get filled, but for now I'm happy that I was able to get a piece, and I'll be holding that into the middle of the year. And Phantom, gee, this is one heck of a bullish chart, I'll tell you what. This thing made a big move, and I really wanted to get in, so I actually put an order just above the 236 at 32 cents. That got filled. I have another order here at 27 cents, but that's looking less and less likely to get filled as time goes on, because this thing just continues to go and go and go. It's just getting to some key resistance here. If we can get through that, look out. Let's take a look at the portfolio. So as it stands right now, 112,222, a lot of twos. Now I am 44% allocated, so 56% is still stablecoins. I was aiming for 80% allocation in January. I'm not, as I said before, I'm not looking to allocate into Litecoin and Ether at these prices, but instead I'm going to try and allocate large proportions into other lower cap altcoins. Still trading with patience, still trying to wait for pullbacks, and not trying to get myself in trouble by FOMOing into anything. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm aiming to be back in another fortnight's time, so until then, let's always be looking for an edge. Take care until next time, and thanks for watching the 100,000 to $1 million challenge.